Hi there, welcome to Life Group this evening. This evening I've not given you any notes, and there's a reason for that. The first is I've been really snowed under and haven't sat down to do them, but also I've been wanting for some time to get you guys to just sit down and open the Bible and talk to each other. The Bible shouldn't be a difficult thing to use. It should be something that you turn to every day. It should be something which is just matter of fact and simple. The Bible is there for you to read, to enjoy, to learn from, to turn to point bits out into other people. It's just part of our everyday lives. And it shouldn't be something that's scary, and it shouldn't be something that you need an expert to lead you through. But it starts with you actually opening the pages, reading what's there and going, so what does that mean? And working it out. Now, I think that in your group tonight, you've got enough brains and enough sense there for you to be able to work things out. So I'm going to leave it to you and just trust that you have a good discussion and conversation about it. The chapter this evening is Mark chapter 6, verses 1 to 6. Now, that is actually quite a technical passage. It's about Jesus being rejected in Nazareth, which is actually where he was from. You know, of course, that Jesus was born in Bethlehem at Christmas time. Nazareth was somewhere completely different, but that's where his dad Joseph was from. And after the Christmas story, Joseph and Mary and Jesus returned to Nazareth, where his dad Joseph has a business as a carpenter. So Nazareth is Jesus' hometown. It's where he grew up, it's where he played outside and ran around with other friends, and it's where he learned how to be a boy, and it's where he grew into a man. His mum and dad, Mary and Joseph, had other children, and so Jesus grew up in Nazareth as part of Joseph's family. And he had neighbours and friends, and they knocked around together, and they probably ate together and partied together, and they probably fell out and had arguments and all the normal things that go on. Jesus was known by the people in Nazareth. He was known from a small boy. And what we see when he grows into a man and people realise he's the Messiah and he starts trying to do stuff, we see that for some reason people didn't want to know. They said, well, this is just Jesus. Now the question to you tonight is, what does that mean? How does that connect with our lives? Maybe you want to think about how sometimes people talk about Jesus in perhaps too familiar terms and don't really understand the enormity of who he is. Perhaps you want to have a look at that issue about him not being able to perform many miracles, just healing a few people. Wow, what would it be if we could say in our church on Sunday, well, there weren't many miracles done, we just had several people healed. Look, have a look at the passage and have a think about it. If you get stuck, then have a look on the internet maybe. Turn to Andy, see what he knows. Turn to Adrienne, because she's got loads of ideas and she's doing a theology degree. If you want to, go and have a look back at the stuff we looked at on Sunday, which was Mark chapter 5, verses 21 to 43. But basically, just open the Bible this evening, look at what it says, learn about what's going on, and apply it to your lives. Make sense of it for who you are today in West Bromwich and Wednesbury and Walsall in 2009. It's not there as a history lesson, it's there as part of your life to lead you and guide you and teach you some important stuff. So let the Word of God change who you are tonight as you look at it together as a life group. Worship God together, learn from His Word, pray together, pray for each other, lay hands on each other if you need to, but be honest, be open, be trusting, be sharing. Be a church. God bless, and we'll see you on Sunday. Cheers.